I'm always tired. Exhausted, mostly. Oh, look at that. And it went live. Sweet. I didn't have to do anything. Isn't that cool? And look, I can do party. Yay. Oh, apps. I flipping through tabs. Anyway, it is Friday. And today, normally I do a This Week in Writing video, but I didn't have enough time. I had to do, well, my day started way late, and then I had to go get my daughter for an hour, and that kind of postponed things. And it takes me about 2.5 hours to make a video, or 20 minutes to set up a live stream. So figured it'd be easier just to do these instead of doing a regular video. Though, if I have time, I'd rather do the video. Hey, Neil, how's it going? So today we're going to be talking about just what I've been up to for the past 2 weeks, writing-wise, and call it good, I guess. Oh, I do have some things I want to show, though. Bam. Oh. Oh, crap. I forgot. Hold on a second. I forgot to test something here. Need that. All right. Anyway. Yeah, anyway, I've been working on the Reedsy writing course, and I've been documenting my journey. One of the coolest things is that having Reedsy retweet my videos. Because when I do a video for the Reedsy writing course, I'll post it on Twitter and hopefully get a couple of views out of it. But what's cooler is when Reedsy retweets it. So let me shrink this down. I don't know why this keeps moving on me. All right, anyway, so we have they reposted my post. I've had a few people like it. They liked it and retweeted the other one. So that's kind of cool. I always geek out when brands like my stuff, and I don't know, a little bit of an ego booster. But the course has been quite helpful. I'm learning quite a few new traits, a few things that I never thought of before, improving a lot of things I already do. And one of the biggest, coolest things is realizing that a lot of the things that I've been learning, well, not a lot of them, about half the stuff that the course has been teaching, I already do. So it was kind of neat to know that I was already on the right track before the course even started. So that's also a confidence booster. Not exactly knowing what the hell I'm doing, and I'm still doing well. So, I haven't had a chance to dive into fixing the blogs quite yet. I made a few adjustments, and it's going to be one of those massive changes. It's going to take some time, mostly because that I don't have a lot of it. If I could sit with one blog for a few weeks, I could probably polish it out. But I've got so much other things going on, like writing the book. I would love to finish Fury before Christmas, or the first draft of it anyway. The new book is coming along nicely. I'm excited for it. And we got the videos going out. The client work I'm trying to catch up on after being hurt. It's just a lot on my plate, and so I've got to kind of prioritize my time, and right now I prioritize what pays, and in order to keep my mortgage paid, I gotta do the client work first. And then, even though YouTube doesn't pay yet, I'm getting closer to being monetized, so I need to put a little bit more oomph into that so I can make that $10 a month, if that. I do need to get more time into the new blog, though, so I can make a couple of cents every month off AdSense. But eventually, I would like to get all the blogs back onto a weekly schedule. And that's after I have to clean up a lot of work, because Google's helpful content update, probably about half my blogs aren't helpful, except for the newest one. Tube Arcanum, every single post is based in being helpful. It's mostly tutorials and lists. so there's no filler or fluff on any of it, and it's been increasing traffic quite well over the past few weeks. So don't forget to add breathing to that list. Breathing. Who the hell needs to breathe? Oh, I need a vacation. Bad. I say that, but but I won't take one because um, every time I have ever taken a vacation and have come back, I guess I can't say every time, but usually when I go on vacation, especially if it's by myself, I'll come back and things are worse than they were. So I'm like, I shouldn't even left. I used to have it a lot when I had the computer center, when I used to have my own computer business. Every time I left for the weekend, I'd come back on Monday and just everything would just be a shit show. So I stopped taking days off. I stopped going on vacations for like 4 years. And now I feel like I'm running into that again. It was pretty taxing last time. New Year's resolution, take a vacation. You need money for that and time. I don't have either one. Now I am planning on heading to Utah for a few days, probably during spring break, whenever that is. I do miss my family, so I would like to get down there as soon as I can. So hopefully in the next few months. Yeah, I'm working on trying to get a bit more quality time into the blog so I can get them all polished up and get back to the traffic that I was getting before. I was so close to breaking my all-time visitor record, and then Google decided to move the goalposts with a helpful content update. I still might. It was pretty close to begin with. A lot of my reviews are still getting some okay traffic out of the update, but I need to do a lot more work if I want to get it back. And it was getting close. I made $2.65 today on AdSense. So, woo! Go Team Super Cool. Hey, it's $2.65 I didn't have yesterday, so that's almost enough to buy a gallon of gas. Let's see what else we got going on. I've got my notes here. Various elements of family drama has somewhat slowed me down this month. I wanted November to be fairly productive, especially since I wasn't going to Utah. I figured I would put that time towards working on my books and the blogs and everything else I've got going on. But between the kids and my ex-sister-in-law, it's been a very stress-inducing month. I have a car that I don't want in my outside in front of my house. I hate that I have to take off in the middle of the day to drive back and forth for my daughter per school, but it is what it is. I love that she loves this school, and so I will do it. That's an hour of my day that is gone. So I do have some ideas on how to get some of that back. So it's not too bad. It was mostly the last weekend that pushed me over the edge, and it just made a ripple effect. The whole week just kind of went south. So those are some very deep family issues that I'm not going to air on YouTube, but needless to say, they're pretty bad. So, anywho, this is why I usually get excited to go home on Thanksgiving, because then I get to spend a week with my family then in Utah, and I don't have to worry about anything. Ever since someone tried to steal the Kia last year, so we couldn't go, and they busted up the steering column to the point where we couldn't drive it. And then they busted up the steering column on Christmas Eve again. I don't know if it was the same people, but it was the same parking lot. And then my daughter decided to crush the rest of the Kia. So I'm telling you, that vehicle was cursed. So everything adds up. Oh yeah, it does very quickly. Is a car yours? A working car is better than no car. Yes, it's in my sister-in-law's name, but she gave it to us and was asking if the girls wanted it. I'm like, Erebeth loves her Fiat. Annika's excited to drive the Bug. and I have the van. Well, Sam has the van, so it's handy. She rides rough. I don't know what the hell they did to it. It was my brother's car, and I don't know. Brian would have never have let that car get that bad, so I have no idea what she did to it, but it's pretty rough. So I've got a little bit of work ahead of me. But if she doesn't give us the title to it, I'm just going to tell her to take it. I ain't going to pay money for it. If I want to buy something, I want to buy something I want. So it's a Nissan Altima. It's not bad. It just sounds like she's swallowing a squirrel when you start it up. And the idle is too low. Those things I could probably fix myself. It needs to be clean though. Oh, but yeah. This month isn't going to be my record breaker. I usually do really well in December though, so we'll see what next month holds. Especially since I would like to have the new book is like I'm 6,000 words into it. I would love to have Fury done before Christmas, so there's quite a bit of typing I have left to do. So maybe December will be a good record breaker. This week I finished up setting up my tentative goals for next year. I talked about it on the live stream on Monday because I usually spend November working on what I have planned for next year. That way I can come up with a schedule and a plan in Asana with blocks of time, and it'll give me a good 5 weeks, 6 weeks to practice on, I don't know if it, like practice, but more of hammer out the details on how the blocks of time are going to work for next year. And I changed my focus. Like I'm still going to try to get the 1 million words per year next year, but my goal is always to just do more than I did this year. And so that is always like a default permanent goal. But next year I'm going to be working more on time management, because if I can fine tune my time management, despite the chaos, everything else should fall into place. So that is, there's a big emphasis on that, and a big emphasis on being the year of the book. It means I want to put in I want to have at least 300% more words next year in my creative works than I have this year, which ain't really going to be all that difficult. I don't know, because let's see, Fury's going to be a 75,000 word book. I finished Kingmaker. I'm writing the new one, so I'll probably have quite a few by the time this year's over. So I don't know, we'll see. But I'll be working on straightening out the schedule and jogging some things around. And I would love to have this channel, monetized by next year. That's going to take even more work though, because YouTube doesn't like me very much. People never get notifications when I go live. And I guess that a lot of that I need to really start putting out stuff people want to watch. So I would like to get at least get closer to being monetized. That'd be great. So I would like to do more work on the YouTube videos, which I have time for if I do everything I need to do. So as long as I pop my head out of my butt, I should be able to do it. And that's going to open up all kinds of doors, especially since, like, if you go through my videos, sometimes you'll see ads before it. And usually when YouTube starts adding ads to videos, that means the channel is good enough in their eyes to monetize. I just need the watch time. So I don't think it's going to take much effort to actually be accepted into the YPP if I can hit the 4,000 hours in a 12-month period. So, but I do have a lot of cool things coming up that might help. So like Monday, the video for Read Through Discovery comes out. That's my experience on using it as a marketing service for the book. I got the author page and the book page, and someone's actually reading the book to give me a review. So I'm excited to see what they say. Probably gonna hate it. But so I'm more interested in what the reviewer has to say about the book than the star count. I really don't care. I thrive on feedback. That's why I started writing on Wattpad. I love feedback from other readers, and that's how you perfect your ability. You just don't walk out the gate being awesome. It's a long struggle. So I would like to learn what everybody likes about it, what I could do more of, what I could do less of, So I'm excited for all reviews, except for the ones that say it sucks without giving me a reason why. I like proper critiques, not trolls. So that's why I'm pretty excited about this. It was $50 and didn't necessarily have, but if it helps me get a few more sales, that might be awesome. With Discovery, it is a platform where people can see your book, read the first chapter, and then decide if they want to buy it or not, even review your book. So I'm kind of excited to see how far that goes. I would have to sell like 20 books from Reedsy in order to make up the cash. If I even sell 10, that'd be great. So it is what it is. It's an expense. But yeah, so that was part of my tentative goals. I'm writing 1 million words. With 1 million words, it's only like 3,800, almost 3,900 words a day, Monday through Friday. I can normally do that as long as the chaos subsides just a hair. And with my ideas of how I'm going to be working on the blocks of time throughout the week, I should be able to do it. From now on, I think like if I have to go take an hour off to go get my daughter from school, I'm going to expand that hour into the afternoon. I was really trying to be done by 5:30 because I have done 100-hour weeks and I hated it. I think it was part of what led to my collapse in 2016. So I tried to promise myself not to put in more than 40 hours a week anymore. But technically, I'm not really working. I love what I do, so it's not even a job. I write books, blogs, and make videos all day. Well, except for my client work. The stuff I do for Green Geeks is I love doing it. I'm more of an editor for Green Geeks, so I don't really do a lot of writing anymore. But I need to make sure that they're taken care of. So it's not, and I enjoy it. So it's not like it's even work. It's not the same. Like when I was working for the school district, it was a fun, okay job. I just hated dealing with kids and teachers. And there are some really brilliant teachers out there, let me tell you. Of course, this was out in the middle of nowhere, so. But, yeah, so I think I'm going to start expanding my day if I have to, just to wrap things up at the end. Especially when it comes to like writing my books. I used to write my books a lot at night. In fact, I would have my glass of Sambuca, which I still have in the kitchen. And then it'd be a slow sipping cordial. I don't know if Sambuca is a cordial or not. Essentially, it's black licorice liquor. I enjoy Sambuca when I'm writing, so I don't know. I can get back into it. That means less goofing around on Hulu and Netflix, which, is fine. I don't need to be sucked into YouTube YouTube, Netflix, or Hulu. So I do have some plans on how to fix up how much time I spend throughout the year. So I want to be trying that starting Monday and see how well that works out. I can't do it on Monday or Sunday, Monday or Tuesdays because we're going to get back to playing games on Colorado Plays on Sundays. And then Monday nights is the live stream for WriterSanctuary. And then we have the podcast on Crossing Colorado on Tuesdays. So any adjustments will have to be done on Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. And since I have no social life and no significant other, I can do whatever the fuck I want. I do have kids, but most of them are teenagers now, 20-somethings. So they don't need their papa like they used to. It's sad, but true. But, it is what it is. One of the biggest goals is I want to increase the time I spend writing my books. And I would like to get each of the blogs on a schedule of publishing at least once per week. I think that if, WriterSanctuary especially, if I did have one per week at least, and just been on a permanent schedule with it, I don't think it would have nearly taken as much damage from Google's helpful update as it did. So I'd like to get it back to being regular. And I don't know if I could do the 3 per week like I used to, but back then I didn't have nearly as much on my plate. So, God, I sound like crap. Still leftover cold, I guess. I feel fine. I'm just tired. And I spent time polishing up the spreadsheet, making a few tweaks of what I'm tracking mostly. Tracking the most. And I'm a bit of a dork when it comes to my spreadsheets. Like I have my spreadsheet calls me out. There's special sayings that if I don't hit a certain amount of time in a day, it'll talk shit. But then it praises when I hit the higher end. So I also set up the formulas so I know how much time each project needs in a day. Like I went all out this time, so pretty excited to try the spreadsheet January 1st. And I kind of added a little bit of it to the one I'm using now just to see how it works out. And I use it for motivation mostly. I keep track of everything in my spreadsheet. That way I know exactly, roughly, I can't even say roughly, I have an educated guess on how long each project will take me to do. Like I can say, for the most part, blogs take me 2 hours to write. Videos will take anywhere from 2 to 2.5 hours, depending on the topic. I spend an hour writing the new book and doing my Readsy writing coursework. Let's see, what else? Yeah. But I know, because I keep track of everything, I know relatively well how long everything takes me. So you are working on books now, so it's normal for your goals to change. Oh yeah. I change my goals quite often, actually. Like I'll start the year focusing on word count. This time, about halfway through the year, I decided to start focusing more on time management. And that was right before my daughter smashed the Kia, and it's been a rough ride ever since. That was middle of July. Oh God, it's been several months. I'm telling you, it's been just a nonstop barrage of crap. But I'm still here and ticking. Barely. Just you laugh or you cry, right? Anywho, so I like polishing. I get like my spreadsheets. I love spreadsheets. I'm sorry. I should have been a scientist. I'm a dork. I have spreadsheets for everything. I think I have like 5 or 6 spreadsheets that are connected to blog posts and crossing Colorado. I think there's about 4 or 5 in WriterSanctuary for the case studies. I love collecting data. I think that's part of one of my biggest problems when writing a book is that when I first started writing for textbook, or the editors called me, said that I was writing too clinical, which means I was too straightforward, not of personality, kind of like reading an IKEA manual on Valium. So I started trying to add more personality to stuff, but I think I'm trying to be too professional for the most part. And so when it comes to writing the books, there's a lot of things I miss out on because of that. Same thing with now that I'm an author, I started thinking, well, I don't really have a platform for fans and people who don't want to learn to read or learn to write but love to read. So that's why I made the Substack, which is in the description down below for those of you who haven't subscribed. It's free. It's my personal views on all the books I write, and it's more personal, more fan service than WriterSanctuary. With WriterSanctuary, I try to teach you how to do what I do. And that's everything from freelance writing, blogging, self-publishing. Anything I learn goes into that website. That way I can help people develop their own craft and find their own path. Substack is more of, it's more fan centric. So, and I started thinking, God, that's part of promotion. I don't know if I can. It is so difficult because everything I do is always to help people learn how to do what I do. And so it's different trying to take that equation out of it for those who just like my books. And so I don't know, it's different. I'm probably going to have to like talk to Dad or Sam. I guess Sam can help me with it. But I'm not trying to teach anybody with it. So yeah, it's different. That's for sure. I'll tell you what, there has been so many differences since I started writing in 2012. I started off as a freelance writer, moved on to being a blogger and then moved on again to being a self-published author. And I don't know what's next. I'm just enjoying the process. I haven't worked a traditional job since 2013. I've been doing this full time since. Yeah, it's just all kinds of cool things that just happened over the last 10 years. And so it's really hard for me to think about myself outside of the teacher. So it's a process. I'll figure it out. I always do. Anywho, yeah, I am so freaking tight right now. My whole body hurts. I'm telling you, I want to marry the first woman who knows how to give me a back massage. I'm in so much pain. I'm like, I tried to get that across in the thumbnail, but when I was looking at it and I uploaded it, thinking, kind of almost looks like I'm trying to pose for everyone OnlyFans or something. But no, at that point, I was like, the back of my neck all the way down. It's that tension headache. And I've already taken Advil. I am in dire need of a hot tub. Anyway, next week's going to be a fun one. I don't think we're not going to do a WordPress live stream on Black Friday. I'm gonna try to see if I can get some kind of video up though. It might be, maybe I'll do a WordPress focused video on how to do something that I do in WordPress. That way the WordPress viewers can still get that. But as for the live stream, I don't think I'm not going to do one on Friday because it is Black Friday and I'm going to have a house full of people anyway. So I'll just do a video and we'll get back to the WordPress live stream on December 1st, which is the Friday after that. So hopefully by then I can show you some cooler stuff with the new blog, and hopefully it's still growing, because that would just be awesome. But yeah, so we're not going to be doing Friday live. But if there is anything that you would like me to cover in WordPress, whether it be a video or a live stream, feel free to leave it in the comment section or hit me up on social media. Twitter, now that Reedsy's like retweeting my stuff, I might just go back to using Twitter too. I haven't been on Twitter much. It's turned into a dumpster fire, so I'm just avoiding it. And even some of Threads isn't really appealing either. There's just no place for an author to hang out. Maybe I should make one. I was thinking about starting a writing social media hub, but that would just be adding another thing to my plate. I'm like, I also want to make an app for weight loss. I mean, there's a lot of things I want to do, but I'm not going to be adding any more onto my plate until I start knocking some of these other things down. So, but anywho, you can also use the contact form on WriterSanctuary.com's website. The link to most of my stuff is in the description down below, and subscribe to the Substack if you haven't already. I don't post a lot. I try to do it at least once a week, but I want it to be more personal insights on publishing the book. And I was thinking about doing kind of like a mock-up interview of me and why I wrote Kingmaker and all the cool things that went into it. So that might be something I'll do. Reedsy doesn't have an Instagram account. Yeah, they do. I think they follow me, actually. I know I have seen him on it though. I think it's reedsy.hq. Let me see. Oh, there it is. Reedsy_HQ is what it is. Yeah. Hey, that's my teacher. Right now, how to write a novel is it's taught by Tom Bromley, and because I am who I am, I wanted to make sure that my instructor knew what he was talking about, and so I did some research on Tom Bromley, and he does. The videos, I was kind of rough in the very beginning because it seemed kind of robotic at first. Like I made the comment that he never blinks, but as the videos have gone on, I like his personality. His sense of humor is pretty nice. He does blink, and he smiles. So, but yeah, I like Tom Brownlee. I'm enjoying the course. So, but yeah, on Instagram, Reedsy is Reedsy_HQ, and on Twitter, I think it's just Reedsy. No, Reedsy HQ, no underscore. So, ta-da! I am getting pretty wrapped into Reedsy. Like at first, Reedsy was just a cool platform I wanted to see, I wanted to try writing with. But then, like as things have progressed, there's a lot of really cool stuff on the horizon. There's a lot of really cool stuff going on right now. I kind of feel bad because I want to get more into Scrivener and Atticus, which I plan on doing. I'm going to do a few more tutorials on Reedsy that I have planned, and then I'm going to start tackling Scrivener and showing some of the cool stuff that you can do in Atticus. But it looks like Reedsy might be my primary platform, especially if Reedsy put in a better formatting tool. Like if they took the formatting of Atticus and added it to Reedsy, that'd be the ultimate platform. There would be no reason for me to use anything else. It doesn't handle images nearly as well as like Scribus does. If you're formatting for a magazine and images, Scribus is actually a decent system. But you can add images. It's just you don't have control over how they line up and all that in Reedsy. And if they added just a few more things to it, like an online collaboration feature, like those would be the two things that would sell me permanently, would be online collaboration and formatting. Because right now there's only 3 formatting types when you export your book. With Atticus, you not only have like 30 that you can choose from, but you can make your own. So when it comes to formatting, Atticus is definitely still the ultimate tool. But from what I can tell, from rumors I've heard from people who work at Reedsy, some of these things might be coming soon. So I'm kind of crossing my fingers. That'd be awesome. But anyway, my point is that I get all these writing apps and I try them out, and I love Scrivener. I do enjoy using it. I do enjoy using Atticus, but right now it's been Reedsy all the way. So I don't know. Maybe I'll work into a sponsorship, and that'd be cool. I'm giving you free marketing, free advertising. God, wow. That's how tired I am, right? I'm exhausted. I'm so burned out. And I have plans to work all day tomorrow. But like I said, what I plan on doing is not really technically work. I do want to catch up with the Green Geeks, but I do plan on working more on my book, both books. And so it's not really work. It's more like taking time off anyway. So that's how I feel about it. But anywho, yeah. Does anybody have any questions, comments, concerns before I wrap this up? I think I covered all the things in my bullet points. And a dash extra. Oh, yeah. So maybe tomorrow, I don't know, because on Mondays I do the video for Reedsy for the course. This week's was all about character development, and I think that was a lot of really insightful stuff this week. So I'm pretty jazzed. 3 weeks in, and I've actually learned quite a bit. So it's been a great experience, I think. I'm kind of eager to see how much of a difference it makes on Fury and this new book. I haven't quite got a title for the new book yet. Like I was toying with Dance with the Devil. There's a scene in the book that is relevant, but I don't know. It just seems, normally my books are like 1 word. So having something that's 4 words long, it just feels off. Actually, there's a lot of different things I can call it. So this time around, I am labeling it's each chapter, so they're not like chapter 1, chapter 2. That's what I left that in Kingmaker, and this time I'm actually naming or labeling, titling each chapter. And it's been coming along nicely. I've had to do a lot of research for it because it's based in Atlantic City in 1874. And so I've done a lot of research on that area and the firepower of that era. Some of the clothing, like it's been pretty detailed in the research. Cool thing about Readsy is that when you're setting it up in the planning board, you can add links to all the sites that you visit. And so, like when I made a character, like my protagonist has a pair of Colt 45 Peacemakers. And so they were developed in 1872 or 73. And I found the website that breaks it down and all that. So I copied the link and put it into my planning board for that character. So if I ever need a refresher on handling a Colt 45. And then I also found a YouTube video of guys firing a Colt 45, and they break down a lot of the cool features on it. Like I had no idea how to load one. And so to make the book more authentic, I had to learn how you load a Colt 45 Peacemaker. And they did a great video on it. So I linked that into added that link into the protagonist. And it's just been very helpful. So you did a thorough rundown of your schedule with some exciting reading news. Yeah, I did. I don't know. I'm half tired or half asleep. So, but yeah, it's things are really picking up, and like I'm stressed beyond belief. But there are some really exciting things happening right now, and the new book is just going to be awesome if you like westerns and gothic horror, because that is who I am. I'm not a goth, but I love gothic horror, and so it's think of how did I describe it? Supernatural meets Wild Wild West meets James Bond. So it's a little bit more. It's a bit of a funner book. Definitely dark. I just wrote a scene today that was kind of disgusting, but that's who I am. I'll have to add sensitive content warning to this one. I don't know if I could write a children's book. Yeah, I could start a children's book, but it sure as hell ain't going to end as one. So, it is what it is, I guess. But yeah, there's so many cool things going on. I'm excited to share them with you guys, and yeah, if you guys have any ideas of what you want me to cover, not even just for WordPress, for anything in general for writing, keep in mind I do still view myself as a freelance writer because I am under contract with a couple of clients, but I think I've shared just about everything I could possibly think of for freelance writing. Now I've just been hyper focused on self-publishing, and there's so much more to go through. So there's going to be a lot of videos for self-publishing coming up. I got the Readsy one coming out on Monday. That's part 1. It takes 5 weeks before it'll show up in Readsy's Discovery service, and I submitted Kingmaker. So I won't be able to do a part 2 to Readsy Discovery until December 15th. That's when it becomes live. And so I don't know if I want to be able to do a video until maybe a week or 2 after that, because then I got to give people enough time to grab the book and review it. And depending on what goes on, I might wind up making an update after that, depending on how many people pick up the book. So, but yeah, there's marketing videos that are in the pipe. There's a lot of things coming up. So hopefully some of them actually help anybody or help other people, and I get some watch time out of it. That'd be awesome. You have to remember that even though you are dealing with stress, you are still pushing to make your writing goals. Oh yeah. Yep. I do well under pressure. I've been under pressure since 1998. I tried to hit my goals. Like, I really wanted to do the 1 million words this year. I came awfully close at the very beginning. Like, for the first 3 or 4 months, I was like, I'm going to be hitting well over 1 million words. And then ever since, was it the vacation to Utah that got closed out by the snowstorm in Wyoming? I think that's when everything started falling apart. And then it was like, it's been a nonstop mess. So, but I am still going to break last year's record for writing, that's for sure. Just not going to be the 1 million words I was swinging for, but you know, as long as I break my record of last year by at least 1 word, that's still a victory. Any victory is still a victory, no matter how small. And so I'm going to take them as I get them, especially since the chaos just won't stop. One day. I just want 1 day. That'd be great. One of these days, I'm just going to like disappear. Grab my backpack, a blanket, and say, fuck it, I'm out. Just for a day or two. Of course, by the time I came back, everything would have, all hell would have broke loose. So maybe I won't do that. Now, what I could do, though, is like get a hotel room for the weekend. Just by myself. No computer, no phone. Just me, the hotel room, and a hot tub. Oh, yeah. That'd be great. That's my ideal vacation. Anyway, I guess we can wrap this up before I start rambling more. But yeah, anyway, thank you all for watching. Don't forget that A Freelancer's Tale and Kingmaker are both available on Amazon in paperback and ebook format. One is the story about how I got started as a freelance writer, and the other is my debut novel into dark fantasy. And I am going to be fixing the cover on it. Hopefully that'll be something I get to this weekend. Once I get the cover fixed, I'm going to buy the author copies for my Buy Me Coffee supporters. All of my monthly members get an autographed copy. So hopefully those can come out. I'll be able to do those before Christmas. It takes Amazon a week or two before they send 10 copies at a time. So we'll cross our fingers and hope we can get it before Christmas. That'd be great. But the link is in the description down below. It leads to my Amazon page. You can also visit michaelbrockbank.com, where I have all of my books posted and a lot of the things that I'm involved with on the internet. If you would just like to read my personal thoughts of being a published author, my Substack is also in the link in the description down below. Anywho, thank you guys for watching. I'm going to wrap this up and go make some dinner. And, thinking about going and getting dinner. I don't know where yet, but they're going to have a liquor license. Probably not. Okay, I guess we can wrap this up. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on Monday during the live stream. Hopefully I can come up with a topic. Okay, so if I hit end, I'm still trying to figure out when to time things right. Now get into the habit of saying Kingmaker first. It will prepare you for when you publish Fury. Yep. Yeah, I got to work on it took me so long to come up with my outro before, and it got to the point where I could just pound it out. But now it's such a mess. I got to figure out how to do it all over again. I'll get there. Plus, I need a new intro. I haven't done an intro since 2021, so I need a new intro video. Maybe I'll work on that this weekend. Thank you for hanging out with me, Neil, and if anybody's watching this after the fact, thank you, and we'll see you next time. I just gotta figure out when to stop it. Because if I just stop it, I don't know.